So it's past midnight here in LA, and I am up because I've committed to creating content every day, just to get used to seeing myself on camera and filming myself and just speaking to a camera in the middle of the night. It's pretty weird, but that's what I'm committing to. Anyway, in that same vein of thinking, here's a concept that I've been thinking about off late. Simple but not easy. All right? Think about that. Simple but not easy. Most things in life that will really make a positive impact for you are going to be simple but not easy. Here's what I mean by that. Think about being rich. In most of the modern world, we all can be rich. It's simple, but it's not easy. It's simple because all it takes is having a reasonably good income and living below your means where you can save and invest a difference. It's a very simple concept. But all of those things are not necessarily easy because they take dedication, willpower, hard work, and patience. You will need to be dedicated to get employment where your skills are in demand that will pay you reasonably well relative to the cost of living in your area. It's not necessarily easy to live beneath your means. We live in a very consumer oriented society, right? Everywhere we get messages to buy stuff, to consume. So it's simple. You need to consume less if you plan to save and invest. But it's not easy. Most of us, as our incomes go up, our spendings go up proportionately, and sometimes even more so than our incomes because we leverage. We're a society that just wants stuff, and we have access to capital markets to get that. And then the patience part. If you want to grow your money, have your money work for you, the secret ingredient is compounding, and compounding takes time. Or rather, the secret ingredient for compounding is time. So you need patience. The earlier you start, the better, but the younger we are, and that was true for me, we're just very impatient. As I'm getting older, I'm getting better at being patient. But it's really the young that benefit the most from being patient. Sticking to something and letting it compound. It doesn't just have to be financial, but I'm using this example. In my own life, I've found that incorporating this idea or this theme of embracing things that are simple but not easy, recognizing that it's not going to be easy, that it's going to take willpower, it's going to take the power of habit, inculcating that into my lifestyle for me to get the benefit. But the concept is simple. It has made a profound difference in my life. So, for instance, I've lost a lot of weight over the past year. And this is a good thing, right? I've lost body fat while keeping my lean mass. And I've done that fasting. It's a very simple concept. You consume less than you expend, and you will lose weight. The simplest way to do that is just don't eat. Now, I'm not saying I'm advocating for anorexia or people with eating disorders, but fasting in a healthy way, many cultures have used it to varying extents, I think is beneficial. Where most people in modern society consume way too much. So scaling that back for short periods of time isn't a bad thing. It was a very simple concept, and it's given me the most benefit from everything else that I've tried, whether it's paleo, calorie counting, etc., right? Simple concept. Not easy, though. It takes a lot of willpower. It takes a lot of discipline. You have to delay gratification. These things aren't easy, but they're simple. Another thing that really changed my life for the better is incorporating mobility, stretching, and yoga into my daily routine. I was suffering from back pain for a very long time. The doctors wouldn't do anything for me. They just told me to take pain meds, which didn't really resonate well with me. So I just realized that, hey, the simplest solution is to just stretch more. The pains were muscular in nature, so I felt, hey, maybe I just need to stretch. And I just hadn't dedicated enough time to do that. I hadn't prioritized it. So simple, but not easy again, right? It wasn't easy for me to build this into my daily routine. I always thought stretching isn't fun for me, but I had to prioritize it. I started to incorporate yoga that helped, stretching exercises, mobility work. I started doing it every day. And in a few weeks, the pain was gone. Pain that I'd suffered with for over a year, maybe a couple years. The solution was always there. It was simple, but not easy. So I'd like y'all to think about that theme. And I think in the future I might make a longer video, but think about that theme, right? Think about where in your life can you draw from this concept of simple but not easy. And tell me what you feel. Until next time, peace.